Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK Summer 2020 for our final game of the season. It is Hanwha Life currently even with Team Dynamics as we move into the decider. This game doesn't mean too much, and both teams have certainly been having some fun with it, but let's see whether double-digit deaths is going to happen once again, or whether it isn't. That's my big question.
Oh yeah, and I mean there is no random picks again, but so many random plays were happening. But actually, second game was a little bit coordinated, I guess. Right?
Yeah. And it is going to be Miro that picks up the player of the game. We didn't manage to get this one right. I would have. I'm just going to petition to get my POG vote back. He had a very good game.
Oh yeah. I mean, the reason why I didn't vote for him is like he already showed up so many great plays, but this time around there was not many like special moments by him. And yeah, I mean that's the reason why. And especially he got ganked at level 3 by support. So
yeah.
I mean it's always really hard to put POG vote when this kind of game happen, you know? So
yeah, this was definitely not one where it was going to be easy by any means for anyone to vote. So I don't mind it at all. 6 out of 9 of the votes do go over to him, whereas 3 of them do go to Viper. So you were not alone. You and the Chinese broadcast, as well as one of the Korean casters, also voted for Viper. So not too bad at all. And let's see whether Viper is actually going to be able to pick one up as we move into our final game, or whether Dynamics are going to be able to end the season on 2 match wins in a row.
Oh yeah, and I'm wondering if there is gonna be player changes as well, because it's actually officially last game for both teams in 2020, right? So
yeah,
maybe there is some changes on the rosters as well. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen at the last of the last game of the day.
I'd be looking forward to seeing whether we are going to have some random additions, sort of like a last hurrah for some of our teams, but it's not going to happen. We're just straight into ban and pick for our final game. Dynamics back on the blue side, matching their own team colors. Hanwha Life on the red.
So the question
and the first
is,
ban going to be the Galio.
Yeah, the question is, are they going to ban Silas as well?
Ooh, maybe.
Or just look for the similar draft as game 1, because they won.
Well, it's going to be Bard banned away. There's the Lucian as well.
It's actually similar, it seems like.
Yeah, I think this is the same bans as game number 1, at least so far. As Caitlyn's finally taken off the board. That is going to be the one deviation. And Hanwha just going to give away the Volibear. They could theoretically do that, but it's going to be the Twist of Fate ban. So Volibear is available if Beyond wants it again. But Ashe is going to be more of that priority. Set is also still available.
Oh, Volibear first pick.
Yep, okay. Ashe is going to go over to Viper this time. See what Docdom has planned to try and counteract the Ashe.
I mean, he was only playing Ashe for a long time. And maybe some of Aphelios games, but Aphelios is not in a meta right now on the bot side. So I'm wondering what he is gonna play this time around.
Ezreal.
Heimerdinger.
Oh, there we go. That's the dream. I want Heimerdinger Zyra lane. That's what I want. As Senna's going to come in, another champion that can somewhat match the range, at least eventually, of the Ashe.
Yeah. A lot of AD carry players rated Senna as a good champion to play against Ashe, so it's reasonable.
Yep. I'd like to see a set here from Dynamics, but Kuzan is going to prioritize the Azir instead. Hanwha Life will follow that up with a Silas pick, and then we'll go into the ban phase.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really scary when they have Ashe and Azir plus Olaf, so it does make sense, but it's again Mir's favorite matchup. You already saw 2 times or 3 times when Mir has this matchup, he always gets some spotlight or POG. So
yep.
I think it's favorite matchup for Hanwha Life. And I'm wondering if Dynamics is looking for Senna plus Nautilus, something like supporting Senna more with the CEC on the support side, because Now I think just farming Senna with Leona plus Nautilus sounds actually fine. Like you cannot like one-shot them, but you can CC them for a long time as well. So I think it's one of the great tools right now. When it was fasting Senna, I really didn't like Senna plus Nautilus, but I think it is actually okay combo. I mean, I still like Leona more, but yeah.
I think my favorite is Set. Set Senna does work very, very well. We saw it yesterday. Really start taking some names. That might have been to do with the matchup rather than the champion, as Pantheon is going to be taken away, so no Ashe Pantheon for Viper and Lehens. And let's see where Lehens is going to go. I assume Dudu is going to have counter pick towards the top side, unless he just wants to lock in Renekton, which is still available.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, no.
Is it supportive support from Lehens? Yes, it is happening.
Yeah. I mean, he does still have the Glitter Lance, you know, and throw out a bit of damage.
True, and Polymorph as well, but yeah, I'm not sure about this though. Like when Hanwha Life, they didn't have like playmaking support on Lehens, they were always struggling. So that is still question mark, but we'll see. And Cannon for Reach,
I don't know about this. Cannon's going to be locked in, but that gives Miru so many good ultimates. In fact, every ultimate that they've picked right now is amazing.
True. For
the Sylas to steal away. It's one of Rich's sort of original picks, but I would have liked something else. As Guga, let's see what he's going to be playing. I think, you know, sets up. You can pick that one if he wants to. There's Tom Kench as well if they want to go the OG. But I think this is the right call, as Set is going to be locked away.
Yeah. And now Mira is having a greatest game for Sylas mid lane.
Oh yeah. It's just the best possible experience, as that's Camille locked in for Dudu. It's going to be a difficult early game, but should be able to control the side lane as things continue. And 1-3-1 now a big possibility for Hanwha. Dynamics, though, they've got a lot of team fight power, and they might be able to utilize that to come out ahead.
Yeah, maybe a little bit slow tempo from Senna, but I think it's well balanced team comp wise. So I think it depends on the jungle pathing in the early game, especially when you're playing against Olaf. Last time when he played Volibear, he was 2 levels behind in the early game, right? So I think it shouldn't be happening in this game as well. So he should able to find some plays, look for the plays while your bot lane is having a CC chain comp like Senna plus Set. We saw yesterday like how strong it is. So they should look for some proactive plays. But on the other hand, Hanwha Life, I think they could just play slow and just look for the Ashe late game, or just Sylas mirrors super play, and you have side lane potential with the Camille and Sylas. So you can just play safe and just be smarter about the skirmishes.
I also think that Olaf is actually a lot better in the late game if he has a Lulu there. I think Wild Growth really does help out Olaf as far as like holding on to relevance as the game goes on. So I don't mind how this comp has been put together, but I don't think they ever want a team fight. They need to try and play those smoke and mirrors games, get out of any team fight opportunities, because their composition's probably not going to be able to wombo quite as well as what Dynamics can. Let's see how it goes, as we've got Senna cantering out onto the rift. There we go. I like that it's Senna doing it on a team with Rich, who used to play a game where you could actually use mounts.
That's true.
Yeah, there we go. Shout out to a dead esport, unfortunately. As Rich is going to ping himself, or someone's going to ping him, asking him what's going on, as we're just checking out this particular chroma. It's a pretty cool one. It's a gigantic gun.
Yeah, greeny green.
Yeah.
Do you like greens?
Green is my favorite color, actually.
Yeah. I love to eat greens, yeah.
Oh yeah, as in like veggies? Yeah. I'm a fan. I in fact just like food in general. Yeah. What I really liked was that when I was a kid, I was allowed to like just be as greedy as I wanted to, as long as I was eating salad or vegetables of any kind.
Yeah, so they are looking for some vegetables in the jungle.
Mm-hmm. There's Guga. Oh, he sees a lot of vegetables there, but it's too many. He can't actually go to the banquet hall, as it's just not going to be allowed to. That's going to be a steal on the red buff. As Beyond, he's going to take his blue, probably just enter the enemy jungle, and take that one away. As you can see, Doctor already set up in lane, but isn't actually going to be able to get any sort of advantage. And in fact, Guga's in trouble. The exhaust immediately down onto Doctor, as Hanwha Life are angry this game. What the heck? Guga's like almost dead already.
I mean, I think he skilled E level 1, but if you're playing his range, I think you should just start off with W and look for the trade back. But I think he kind of failed in a range and skill set. That made,
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that made a horrible trade. And I mean, because I know this because of Life. He was doing that.
Yep. Well, Miru down here on the bottom side, fighting against Kuzan, but won't win out in these early trades. Sand Soldier's pretty powerful. And they're still not doing too badly. See how Rich goes. Is Doran's blade towards the top side. Cad going to turn up and take down his Krug camp. But it looks like the 3 buff is going to ensue. It's okay. Let's see how well this bottom lane actually stabilizes after this, as Doctor does manage to actually pick up that last little creep there.
Yeah, I mean, it's still okay. Seth has one of the greatest health region, and you have Senna as your AD carry, so they can heal up, but the problem of this is that Senna is really hard to pick up some CS on the turret, so I think they're gonna miss some creeps. Plus,
doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Oh, pretty good job.
Yeah, Guga needed to help him for that last one, but is able to get it regardless. Good glitter lance there from Lehens, as this lane... I mean, Hanwha Life are always going to win this lane, right? They should, and they are.
Yeah.
So let's just see how well Dynamics hold on bottom side of the map, because so far, I mean, they're not too far behind. I was a bit scared there for a second, but thankfully, Cat is able to grab that one. Jungle item OP. As Beyond looking into the enemy jungle here. Miru. He's very, very low, but Beyond's only level 3. So tower dives are difficult. Oh, God. This could just be a flash. Flash stun. As Miru is actually getting out of the way of his tower. Storm Strike comes down. Miru's slowed, but it looks like he is going to be okay here. Snare comes in. Lehens in a little bit of trouble. Facebreaker comes down. Haymaker for a fair bit of damage. Lehens, you could see, he was trying to bait, but of course, that ward in the brush is going to give away all of that information. As Dynamics, they have lost a turret plate. They haven't lost their lives yet.
But the lane is getting harder because of the trade.
Oh, yeah.
But the jungle control is going really hard from Cad, actually.
Beyond has to flash. Immediate flash after him there from Cad. Not sure what he was doing that for, as he's just going to die. First blood goes to Kuzan, and that was 100% an unforced error out of the Olaf.
I think he had no mana, but he was looking for finishing off the Olaf. I mean, the Volibear. But
oh, Viper, immediate cleanse as Doctor has to go underwater, but will survive.
Okay, so because of that, I think Olaf lost his all advantage that he got from invade and jungle speed or whatever. Like, everything is gone. And that's really critical in the early game right now.
And you can see Doctor and Guga still struggling. They had their backs interrupted. Doctor using every last ounce of his mana to try and keep everyone alive here in this lane, but it's getting harder and harder. The Ocean Drake should just be taken for free by this Olaf. As you can see, a bit of a roam down from the Sylas. But Beyond is already here. We're going to try and protect his bottom lane. And the Sweeper spots everything out. There goes the Ocean Drake. Infernal going to be the second one. And we've got either Mountain or Cloud. And therefore, it's going to be a Cloud Drake as our soul.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, they are having a hard time with the bot lane because of the matchup, also because of what happened at level 1. That was really a clever trade with Exhaust at level 1 that happened by Hanwha Life. And great vision control as well. If you have the pressure, just get the vision control, not just randomly hitting the turret when you didn't put the ward, like doo-doo. Such a great top lane vision control as well. So Hanwha Life, I think they have better structure when it comes to the team game. Feels like they want to control more than having a random plays like the game 1 and game 2. It's already improved.
Well, Emperor's Divide's absolutely everywhere as Cad comes in. Flash out from Kuzan. See whether he survives, and he's not going to. Muru tanks up the turret a couple of times, and that is going to be a kill onto the mid laner. And he just teleported back to lane as well. Absolute disaster for Dynamics.
That was such a clever play by Mirror. He just flashed on Azir to block his dash. So that's why Kuzan was hard stuck right there. And oh well, that was the way how you just kill on Azir. First of all, landing an ultimate on Azir was just perfect timing. And second, just block Azir's dash with your flash. And
oh, there it is.
Perfect timing.
Really nicely done. And undertow landing as well from Cad. Nice work. Unfortunate there for Kuzan, who's got his lost chapter. Has a dagger as well. He's going to go Nash's Tooth immediately after this. And he's still ahead in farm, so not exactly the worst possible situation, as there's Hextech Ultimatum towards the top side. Cad coming on over as well, but that's a good stun out from Rich, and he holds onto his flash and his ulti, and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, they're just pushing out Kennen because he was having a great time on the top side against Camille. So he just needed to reset the wave and just go for the base. That was just refreshing play by Cad. Because of this, maybe Dynamics' bot lane can play a lot more aggressive on the bot side, but nothing is gonna change. They're behind the CS, they lost 2 plates already, and the Drake control is on Hanwha Life Esports side. So I'm wondering how they're gonna deal with the header play, because it seems like when they want to, Hanwha Life Esports, they can have bot lane control, which means that their bot lane can always move first, and this is maybe the last time that Dynamics' bot lane can move towards the header, so they're using this window.
Yep, right now you've got Beyond on the Rift Herald. Teleport in, actually, as Rich will use it in order to get over and help out his jungler. He was going to use it to get back to top lane anyway, so he may as well just go down and guarantee. But now Viper and Lands get spare time with the outer turret on the bottom side of the map. And it should be that Dynamics can collect themselves the Rift Herald, and they do.
Yeah.
Dr. Arm, let's see whether he can actually avoid a dive, and he does so. Of course, no one in this area. Cad on his Raptor camp right now, as we can see.
Yeah, this was the last window that they could have with their bot lane, and they used it perfectly. So great timing and great setup by Dynamics.
Oh dear. 4-man dive possibility heading down towards the bottom side. Piercing Darkness over Lehens. Full health bars for the Dynamics bottom lane this time, so they're not doing too badly. As Dudu loses out on a couple of trades, but as far as farm is concerned, he's absolutely even. No worries whatsoever.
Oh yeah. And maybe their bot lane is having a hard time, but Dynamics' top side vision control is on point, and they have full control on top side river. So I think Rich has to pressure in lane a little bit more, especially with this electrocute.
Yeah, he's trying, as you can see, but not really working out here as tries to use the lightning rush, but not able to land the shuriken. Dudu is slowly getting pressured, eating through his refillable potions as often as he possibly can. Okay. Lehens pushes forward. Let's see whether Hanwha can actually get a bit of a siege here. Cad in the area. As there are pings all over the place. 5 seconds on this Infernal Drake before that one is going to come back up again. 600 gold, the lead for Hanwha. Still remember, Dynamics do like a team fight with this composition. And they have hit level 6 on everyone as over goes Miru. Beyond gets himself the shield from his Storm Strike. And the ulti comes out. The stolen one. Miru wants back-to-back POGs. This Silas looks so damn good. The Ignite comes forward. Kingslayer's going to keep Miru alive. And he gets himself a shield. Arrow is going to pierce the heavens. And there's not enough hay to be made here for the set. Oh no, you don't fade away in range of a Kingslayer against a set, my friend. That was just not okay.
Yeah, again, Mir, his knowledge about this champion is just way too good, man. Soaking the Azir's ultimate with the Volibear, hijack Volibear ultimate, and just having a tons of damage on double target. And at the same time, Cat helping him on the mid lane with the Viper's Ashe ultimate as well. Everything is synchronized, well structured. Hanwha Life is doing a lot of great things as a team, and especially on the top there is Mir. Like his Silas is just different level.
Yeah, he's super good. He is behind in farm and in turret plates. Kuzan's been able to grab a couple of extra ones in comparison to him. Let's just see whether the Emperor's Divides are going to be better from the Azir or whether they'll be better from the Silas. Beyond up towards the top side at the moment. Wanting to see what the Camille is up to. Right now she's just farming things out and does have Cad in her back pocket as well. And Cad has changed up his item build just a little bit. He's gone back for the Cinder Hulkers. Let's have a look at Miru's perspective here at this moment.
Look here.
나 가는 중.
Look at the Volibear.
야, 세나공 생각해.
Think about the Senna ulti.
가는 중.
Go here.
나 살았어.
I'm alive.
빼. 세트 프리스.
Seth has flash.
일로 와. 두빈 일로 와. 가자. 나
Come here.
가는 중. 나 공속인 했거든 일단.
노플이야.
I got the ultimate of the target.
됐어.
Nice.
이름이고 욕먹.
How was it, man? Get us right.
있습니다, 형님들.
Great,
How did
guys.
this- how did
Great
it
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all 5-man comps, so it's kind of confusing, but it's okay. Like, Cat was really happy about his play, and he was asking how was it to all the teammates, but no one was answering, and the last sentence was, get Drake, jungler.
Oh no. The Canadian dollar just really not given enough. So sad, poor guy.
It's the jungler's life, you know?
Yep, that's exactly right. Well, let's see whether he can make any more super plays and maybe get the recognition of his team. As Dynamics will be able to clear out this wave quite easily. This turret will stay alive and not give up any more plates. And they weren't actually able to get any throughout this game either. They're 20 CS behind, so the bottom lane hasn't been having the greatest time here for Dynamics, as we were expecting. Let's see whether they can transition into a mid to late game feeling a little bit better. Because, of course, Senna does scale pretty damn well as this game goes on. As Dr. and Gugo just throw a bunch of spells there. Dudu in a little bit of trouble here, as he will get stunned up, and Rich is starting to be frustrating with his proto belt now completed. But Miru's going to come up. His wall just dissipated. And now Rich is going to say, yeah, no. He's a doctor, so he knows exactly what to do.
Amir is just controlling this game with his jungler, so he doesn't need to make some random plays. It's all about him, and he should make right play at the right place, and he can get another POG, I guess. But the bot lane is the point.
Yeah, that arrow is just going to go wide, as Beyond is looking for Dudu. Does get a good stun there onto the bear, but it's not going to have too much of an issue with the turret, as Dudu eventually going to go down. The Slicing Maelstrom's going to do it. As now a Ragnaroking Olaf is just hanging out underneath the turret, as Beyond looking very big and menacing, now walking towards him. It's Rich that picks up the turret aggro. They're seeing whether they can get another kill, and Kuzan's going to be able to collect it there. Very nicely done from Dynamics. 2 kills on the top side of the map, and they'll take the turret.
And?
Ooh. Yeah, Miru not really going to be able to answer too much, as he doesn't even throw a chain into the brush there. Didn't quite know where the bear was. That's alright, there's a Hex Flash. Guga looking for the ulti, finds it, as Lahen's now going to get ignited. Doc Dum immediately cleanses, but straight away is going to be slowed down by the Glitterlance. And Hanwha Life will get out, but double flash and exhaust is going to be the price.
Yeah. The reason why Dudu was going in again is because of TP, but on the mid lane, Azir canceled the TP, so that's why he couldn't actually come to the top side to save this Camille at the right timing. And after that, Olaf is alone without Ragnarok, so it's easy to dive. And yeah, Azir has TP as well. Looking for the kill. Clean play overall by Dynamics.
Yeah, very nicely done. As Cad now once again on the run as Beyond now finds himself alone 1 versus 3, but the volley does connect. There's another redemption that comes forward. The Lahen's special as the arrow's not going to connect, but the bear is still dead. 4 kills to 3 now in favor of Hanwha Life.
And Drake is in 10 seconds, by the way, and it's soul point for Hanwha Life Esports. And it's Cloud soul point as well when you have Sylas. It's one of the greatest game again for the mid lane Sylas, I assume.
Yeah, definitely the dream. You just want to be hijacking as many ultimates in the team fight as possible. It's certainly a way to do it, as Dynamics will just give this one up without a fight. And Guga, yeah, no way that he's going to be able to do anything as he just wanders away. So, Cloud Drake, the first one of the game, going to be picked up here 5 minutes, 22 minutes into the game. And Cloud Soul will be available here for Hanwha Life.
Oh yeah, and Dynamics stopped most of the members from Hanwha Life, but not yet. Mir is still strong enough to take the fight as a hero. So I think it's all about okay.
Right. Empress Divide goes down as he picks up the Volley Bear ultimate right as he turns up. That was actually really sexy out of Miru. Escapes and wanders on back. Is this just a Miru highlight reel? Like, what's going on today?
Yeah, I think he's one of the best Sylas player in Korea, in my opinion. Like, his mechanics are just on point.
Absolutely. Surprised that Dynamics didn't ban that one away, as we're going to check out this very old replay.
Yeah, great pickup by Hanwha Life. When the Volibear has no ultimate, he's kind of nothing. It seems like Alista walking around without any combos.
Yeah. Pretty odd. Cat going to be able to take down his red buff. And Miru looking to try and answer Rich here towards the top side of the map. I mean, despite the fact that Miru's made some super plays, he's still 1,000 gold behind somehow. And the same can be said for Dudu there up towards the top side. Also, might explain the fact that the gold is so incredibly close. In fact, Dynamics with a slight advantage. But the Dragons are really what separates these two squads right now. As well as late game split push potential being well and truly in favor of Hanwha. As Slicing Maelstrom comes down from Rich, Miru throws out one of his own. Rich goes golden, and another redemption comes in. Rich is not going to survive for long enough as Beyond turns up at 4 versus 2. You probably take those odds if you are Team Dynamics, as now Cad trying to run away. Miru just running around through the alcoves, and looks like he is going to be ignored and may just escape. Yeah, that's an arrow to the face, and Miru just going to wander down the river, and it looks like he's going to be safe.
It's definitely a highlight game for Amir. I think you can just put every single plays that he made in this game, and we're gonna have this game highlight.
Nailed it. It's all too easy. Player of the game, comfortably given, assuming that they're going to win. But that was a trade of, 1 for 1 as far as kills. But Hanwha Life got themselves 2 turrets and stole away a red buff. Have complete control of the bottom side of the map. And yeah, definitely not good news for Dynamics.
Yeah, better rotation, better macro, better understanding about the game. And I really think they should just focus on Mir though. Like, Cat is not having a bounty or anything. And Mir is just one of the important targets that you should focus on. Because he's the main part of the Hanwha Life right now. But yeah, that's a little bit sad. Focus on that topside situation, but I guess that's what Dynamics did. So they're pretty behind right now. So they need to come over this situation with such a great team fight with Kennen and Azir. Otherwise, I think Hanwha Life is gonna control the side lanes comfortably and having a great side lane prior into mid lane prior. So the game will be really one-sided if nothing is gonna happen until Hanwha Life is gonna get silent prior.
Yep. 2,000 gold is their lead at the moment, and it just feels like Dynamics don't really have much of a plan. It's like they want to take fights, but they don't really know why. And they're sort of just throwing themselves at their opposition.
Yeah, so Kennen is giving up silent prior, walking towards mid, but nothing is happening. So those kind of small details are gonna make so many huge goal difference when it comes to CS.
Yeah, Arrow is going to connect there. As you can see, Hextech Ultimatum. And Guga throws out the Haymaker, but he's still going to be dead. Lasts quite a long time as the Blast Cone causes a ruckus. Now Viper might be in trouble. There's the Emperor's Divide, but hits no one. And it's a double kill for the Camille. Docdom trying to run away, and he should escape. But it still looks like it will be the Baron for Hanwha Life.
This time around, Mir actually got the revenge on Kuzan. Reach, I guess. Reach tried to TP from the bottom side, but he got cancelled by Mir, and he solo killed and casually TP'd on the top side, on the Nash.
Well, all too clean. Easy Baron comes over for Hanwha Life, and this might be the beginning of the end for Dynamics.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a fun series, though, as still there was a corpse on the bottom side.
Yeah, I think they are better when it comes to the macro. Like, they know how to... Okay.
나 가둘게.
나 캔 잡았어.
I cancelled him.
나왔다.
I got the cannon.
원래 높을?
We got
Oh,
the
he waited till for the last second as well. That was actually so smart out of him.
Azir no flash. Oh yeah, everyone is like focusing on the target. Such a great play. And our LCK production improved as well.
Oh yeah. Always beautiful. Docdom a little bit late on the ulti as well, which is a little bit of a shame, because the Emperor's Divide did nothing. Did a bit of damage to Cad, but he had Ragnarok, so no issues there.
But yeah, it's time to just push the turret. Everything is going great for Hanwha Live Esports. Just get some vision control.
Whoop, Arrow on to Docdom. He is mega dead. Epically dead. Miru is going to come in through the backside, and the ulti is going to be followed bear upon bear action as Rich is trying to fight against Dudu, but this is a 23-minute battle against a Camille, and Rich is... No, oh, okay. He escapes at least. Doesn't win the fight, but he is at least going to... Oh, for now. Oh, the sad B comes out as he dies to a Tiamat. Oh, that feels so bad. As Cloud Soul was collected as well. Baron, Cloud Soul, Dead Inhibitor. Dead Cannon and Volibear also. How are they supposed to fight without their Teddy Ursa and their Volibear? And their Pikachu. Very, very difficult. That's like all of the Pokemon on the team. Actually, no, this is a triple Pokemon comp. They've got Pidgeotto, as well as Teddy Ursa and Pikachu. The dream.
That is true. But yeah, the structure from Hanwha Live is just way more better than Dynamics right now. And yeah, on the top side, 1v1 situation, when Camille is having so many items more than Kennen right now. It's just easy 1v1 for him. And
yeah, I thought that he might escape here, but yeah, wasn't enough. Blast Cone too strong. As we're going to have a look at a fight here towards the bottom side. There are ultimates just flying everywhere as the Azir going to be taken down first. Guga gets into the backside trying to remove Mirror from the fight, but it's just not really going to be enough as Hanwha Life are obliterating Team Dynamics. And Mirror is just going to wander after him. And yeah, eventually taken down, but he was playing with his food for a moment. I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of the game, as Docdom is going to chill out for a few moments on his fountain just before this one is over. Might be able to kill Viper, but he has cleanse, so he's going to be absolutely fine. One more Nexus turret between Hanwha Life and their first victory in a very, very long time. This must feel very cathartic as Hanwha Life kill the Nexus for the final time here in the LCK Summer 2020.
True, truly true. Not sure about the quality about the game, but they still showed up. They have better experience in LCK and better macro as well. And especially it showed up that the Viper and Lehans is still great players and do not give Mir Silas.
Yeah, Mirror also showing that he's a fantastic player just in general. I felt like, yes, he's fantastic at Silas, but playing Silas means you need to know the ultimates of every champion in the game. right? Or at least every champion in the meta. And he was utilizing them just so beautifully in that game, always picking the exact right one for the situation. Just a joy to watch, and I hope that he gets back-to-back POGs as Hanwha Life come back from a Game 1 loss and get the reverse sweep in this best of 3. On the eve of the playoffs, they're not going to be a part of them, but it must feel good to go out with a bit of a bang. Dynamics managed to win one in the last week, and Hanwha Life have now done the same thing.
Oh yeah, and I think for Dynamics, even though they lost last match, I think they showed up the great performance, at least in LCK, and they proved that they deserve an LCK though. They showed up some great macros in the earlier season. Maybe there was some disappointing towards the bot lane, but at the game 2, Dogdom was having a great time with the kiting, and Gugar, he's known as playmaking support as well. So I think everyone in Dynamics had such a great time in LCK, and I really want to see them next year as well. And
yeah, I'd like to. As we're going to check out some of these highlights, some questions about franchising certainly going to be on a lot of people's minds as the season draws to a close, as this was just such a whoopsie out of CAD.
I guess he had the mana. I mean, I thought like he had no mana and like he failed his combination, but I guess that was just hiccup. But this super play, mega play, was so clean by Mir right there.
Yeah.
So this is
And
just
this
Mir's
also,
highlight,
look
right?
at this. Oh
Yeah.
my god, the timing.
This is just Mir's highlight.
Yep, this will be basically the same as our POG highlights. As Gugar, that was so dumb. That was really dumb, actually.
Yeah. We're gonna watch this highlight again when the POG rebuilds, right?
Yeah. It's basically going to be
Maybe
what it
this
looks
one
like.
is not gonna be on that highlight, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, this one was more of a Dynamics highlight.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Hanwha Life, they had so many roster changes, and like you might forgot, but there is Vista as well, who tried support and AD carry.
Yep.
And also he tried mid lane in solo queue to fill up the mid lane as well. So like Hanwha, they tried so many different trainees and ended up not a great result, I guess, but at the end we found out there is great rookie player on the top side, which is Dudu, and also jungler Cat and Youngjae. And at the end, instead of Lava, Mir showed up such a great performance with his champion. So I think I'm
think they
really
have a
excited
future. I
to
think you're right.
Yeah, I'm excited to see their future plays like in 2021. I think they can be a lot stronger than this year.
Yep, Dudu as well. Shout out to him. I mean, that last Hextech Ultimatum was absolutely fantastic, avoiding the Emperor's Divide very beautifully. Some sick mechanics out of these teams. The macro was basically non-existent throughout this entire series, but it did lead to some very fun team fights. As we do have a look at the damage, Cannon did a hell of a lot, but it ultimately didn't matter. And Miro topping the damage for his team. Pretty impressive. This wasn't necessarily the Viper carry game, but in the end, as you can see by the gold graph, it was, pretty comfortable for Hanwha Life.
Comfortable game, clean macro, and yeah, everything was just so great. Draft as well, like because of the draft, Ash Lulu had the great laning phase as well. So yeah, everything worked out, but sadly, it's just end of the split,
Yeah, that's the last we're going to see of these teams, and we're going to get a solo POG interview, I believe, with Miru this time around. Assuming he does pick up the player of the game, we're going to have that one revealed very, very shortly. If it isn't 9 out of 9, I'll eat my hat, because he was absolutely fantastic this game. And there he is, 4-0-6 on the Silas.
Yeah, just bring me highlight again. Just
let's just replay it.
Just turn it on, replay. Okay, yeah. Just look how he blocks the Azir's dash with the flash. Once again, we saw it 5 times, but such a great play. It's worth to rewatch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with it. There are some of these replays that I get a little bit upset about, but this one, definitely not one of those. Oh, Emperor's Divide timing, pretty unfortunate there for Kuzan, as it turns out, but they were too far behind at this stage of the game anyway.
this didn't matter that much anyways. And
Yeah, I don't think
thumbs
this
up.
was a Miru highlight. Him just waiting for a few moments to kill Guga. He let Guga kill a ward,
Oh,
and then died as, oh no, I'm gonna have to eat a hat. Viper got 2 votes for some reason. Why?
For some reason, yeah.
What?
I mean, he did a great job, but you know, haha. Everything
Okay.
is fine.
Well, I'm gonna have to make a hat out of cake, I think, because I don't really feel like eating a hat. As let's throw it over to G-Sun for some interview translation with Miru.
Thank you very much, guys. Let's hear from Mir, another solo mid laner POG coming out from Hanwha Life Esports this time around. How do you feel, Mir?
오랜만에 승리라 너무 달콤하고요.
It's so sweet, this victory. I'm happy that we're able to make it happen after a long while. Your Silas was popping off. How was your performance today? I hope you can watch the VOD again because the casters were also so hyped.
뭔가 우리는 자신감도 탔고
I was confident and even more confident than I usually was, so I think I was able to perform even better. I'm pretty much satisfied with my performance. Hanwha Life Esports looked quite powerless up against Sandbox Gaming, so the result for today was a little bit unsure, but today you guys stepped up a lot. So what kind of feedback did you guys have after that match?
마지막 경기이기도 했고.
Well, this was our last series, so we wanted to have fun and enjoy the game. That was the advice from our coaching staff, so we were able to play this game without any pressure. We're seeing a lot more Silas versus Azir matchup on mid lane, so what's your thought on that?
저는 아즈르가 상상 템포라서
I think Azir is a scaling champion,
사일러스가 밀리는 것 같은데.
So Silas
그래서
does not have an easy time up before the 5 level mark, but as soon as he hits level 6, it all depends on the skill level of the Silas player. So your signature picks are Galio and Silas. And well, they did ban out Galio, but they allowed you to play Silas. Which one do you prefer, Galio or Silas?
저는 사일러스가 더 잘하는 것 같아요.
I think I play Silas better.
그런데 그 사일러스를 2세트 때 그래도 하드 캐릭
Well, you are popping off on Silas in game number 2, but they once again opened Silas for you in game 3.
아직 제 사일러스를 맛보는
Well,
게 매운맛이 아닌 거라고.
I guess they didn't really think that my Silas was not spicy enough for them.
그리고 오늘 바텀 쪽 선수들 활약도 굉장히
The bottom duos are also performing on point. What has changed overall in Hanwha Life Esports?
바텀 듀오는 항상 잘했어서.
Our bottom duos have always been performing great.
네.
아마 커뮤니티에도 그런 얘기 나왔나 본데.
And now the fans are so hyped up about your performance. You saw your highest ceiling in your Silas game, so like people are calling you Miruki, and also Dudu the Dushai,
동부의 호랑이.
and the Tiger of the East. You've got all the best nicknames after that game.
이런 얘기 들으니까 또 어떻습니까?
How do you feel, Miru, about all those compliments?
가만한 변명이긴 한데
Well,
행복하게.
I mean, I'm just happy.
팬들의 찬사가 떨어질 때.
그렇죠. 일단 오늘 승리로 잘 마감을 지었는데
Hanwha Life Esports
내년 시즌은
was
어떤
able
목표가
to
있다면
wrap up the
어디까지
split
갈
with a
건지
win. So what's your goal for next year?
일단 챔프폭을 밀려서
I want to make a bigger champion pool. So I want to have more favorite picks and I want to improve my performance.
뭐 어디까지 이렇게 뭐 디테일하게
Any
나눠주실까요?
specific goal in terms of playoffs or standings?
못쓸것 같아요.
Maybe it's too soon.
최대한 높이까지 가고 싶어요.
I just want to risk the highest ceiling.
충분히 갈 수 있으면 생각이 듭니다. 그런데 진짜 많은 팬들이 야 하나 생명 다음 경기 보고 싶었는데 어쩔 수 없이
And
좀
the
많이
fans are so
기다려야 되잖아요.
amazed
네.
by Hanwha Life Esports' performance today. So, any last message for the fans? Any message from your head coach? Any message over to your family?
마지막 경기 한 말씀.
하나생명 마지막 경기 승리로
This was
마무리될 수
our
있어.
last
너무
match of the
좋고요.
splits.
이제
I'm happy that
하나생명
we were able to get the dub.
잘해줄 일만 남아서
And we all we can do is improving. So I think our fans can keep supporting us and keep looking forward to seeing more of us.
정말 하나생명 응원하는 마음으로 많은 팬들에게 기쁘게
I guess this performance was a very promising move coming out from Hanwha Esports. And once again, congratulations on your win. And once again, congratulations on the win for the entire Hanwha Esports members. And this will be the end of the
Thank you so
interview
much,
with-
Ji-sun, for the interview translation as per usual. And great to hear from Miru, and also great that Hanwha Life were able to grab a victory before the end of the season, hoping that we will be able to have a look at what Hanwha Life are doing next year, as we do hope that they manage to get into franchised LCK. Still have no idea which teams we're going to have. Very excited to find out what 2021 is going to look like. But first, we have playoffs, as these are the final standings before we head towards said playoffs. Damwon in first, DRX in second, Genji and T1 in third and fourth, and then Afrika in the last playoff position in fifth. KT will also be playing again in the World's Gauntlet. They will be in the very first match of that one, given the fact that they were able to pick up 10 championship points. And this is going to be your playoffs draft. T1 versus Afrika is going to be happening only in a few days' time, guys. It's going to be on Wednesday. And this one's going to be interesting. I think it's likely that T1 are going to be able to pick up that victory, but the manner of which they do so is going to be very important because Genji look dominant towards the end of this season.
Oh yeah, especially Genji's bot lane was just stomping everyone in dual lane. So I think it's really fun to see how it's gonna work out at the playoffs round 1. And yeah, I mean, also Damwon Gaming, they're gonna wait at the finals. So I'm scary about them as well.
It's not often the greatest thing that waiting in the finals. We've seen a lot of teams get screwed over by that one. Griffin and, of course, Genji being two examples of it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had enough Wadid, he is going to be on the LEC broadcast as my cat just wanders across the screen.
True.
Yes, Wadid, you're going to be hanging out on the LEC broadcast. It's coming up in like, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, well, you might need to get changed, something like that, maybe get a bite to eat. I'm personally going to go to bed because today has been really, really long. That's going to do it for the regular season of the LCK for 2020. We'll see you in playoffs in a few days' time. Good night.
And I am ready. Told me to be my